Everything is going to be happening today here at the Intel Masters in Shenzhen, and we are loaded into our first map, which is Terraform, and we're looking at this oh so beautiful base from the three-time Intel Masters champion. It's CGN's Hero. Look at that guy. Yeah, he's one.
I could have sworn it was like 422.
I think, you know, we're already in season 10 right now. Well, how many could he win in a year? Let's say he wins 5 or 6 a year. Maybe by the time that he's 34, he's actually closing in on it.
Maybe. All right. His opponent in the bottom right, the last Chinese player left, it is Shy. Obviously going to be the crowd favorite, the fan favorite here. A Chinese player playing in China. He showed some great games. By far the oldest player in this lineup of 8 at 28 years old. That is an age we don't see many top-level pro gamers at.
Nope. Most of the time, then you've already accepted that you can't compete anymore. You become a commentator, tournament admin, or observer.
That is exactly it.
Because, of course, we do want to stick around in esports. It's going to be a guess first, I believe it was for Shy, right? He's already mining. Actually, it would just be a Reaper opening. I think it's just going to be a Reaper opening for this man over here. Yesterday he showed a really cool build on Terraform. It was a Reaper opening into a CC, into a proxy factory, into another CC at home, and I thought it had so much potential.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for that one pylon, that parting, you know, just sneaked into, let's say, that third base location and warped in DTs behind enemy lines, I think Shy would have been in a phenomenal position.
He absolutely would have. He was playing just really, really well. Like, he could have won both games against Parting. So we'll see. Obviously, Hero will have talked to Parting and maybe watched those games as well that Shy played against Parting. So if he's doing the same build, that might not go so well for him.
And you know, I got a small little fact. This morning, I was the first man in the breakfast room, actually, and the only other guy was there was my favorite person in the whole wide world, or at least my favorite Protoss. It was Rain. I was like, "Hi, champ," and then he always waves at me. And I was like, "Rain, out of the 3 Protosses left," you know, I simplified it a little bit. I was like, "Who would you like to win, Hero, Classic, or Parting?" He looked at me. He's like, "Hero." So, you know, maybe even there's like a little bit of range support over here for Hero as well. If he wasn't scary enough, if he didn't win enough IEMs yet.
Seriously.
Well, you've got Rain on your side or Rain in your corner. Like,
you're giving me some nerd chills right now, Rotterdam, because those are my 2 favorite Protoss. Those are the 2 Protoss that I have seen every game of. So that's pretty awesome to think that they might be helping each other out here. I mean, that makes them even that much more scary. And it makes them so much more cool as well. Like, just imagine Rain and Hero talking about Protoss. It's just like, oh my God. I can't even.
Wire this room, FBI, you know.
I don't even think that they would talk about it. They'd probably take their avatar tails out and connect them to just transfer thoughts.
It's a good chance. Once again, Shy kept his Reaper at home. Already mentioned this yesterday, guys, but there are a lot of Protoss players who keep their probe on the Terran side of the map, let's say until 3:55. Then they sneak it in to be annoying with that SCV that's building a command center or get a free scout off. Shy knows this, that's why he keeps the Reaper at home. Doesn't want to give any free information to Hero.
And very smart move. Wow, that's a really good snipe right there, especially well, I guess not especially considering he's going Robo. There's nothing too weird about that, but depending on what build he wants to go with here. But I think that Hero's going to play pretty safe overall. I don't expect an Immortal all-in.
You know, it's really funny because I've played this map so many times and I didn't actually know that the single pylon blocked Reapers from hopping into the main base over there.
Yeah, that did look like that's what that did.
Because this little weird artifact over here on the south side, that is just like an anti-Reaper building. If you're Terran, you just look at it and you're like, did it really have to be there?
The map creator, definitely a Protoss player.
Yeah, man, put that pylon on the high ground and now that pylon over there, it's nice.
Whoever made this in the Team Liquid map competition, I can't remember the name right now, but I'm sure they're like, you know what? Parting is going to be able to hide all sorts of tech in his main base.
It's been really cool. There we do have that pylon going down. That actually only works on the other side of the map then, I guess, right? Yeah, that's really weird. Or no, actually that works over here as well.
Yeah,
but at least this time the Medevac is going to be able to spot it immediately. Unfortunately, Widow Mines do not kill pylons, like you said, I think yesterday, right? Drop a couple of Widow Mines. Oh, that's cool. But I think the pylon spots that easily, right?
Yeah, I think it does, but at least that means no warpins will occur. Maybe he's still kind of feeling that from before. That's how he lost on this map against Parting, was a warpin right there, so he did check for it.
You can see that game did make him a little bit paranoid because he's throwing up 2 missile turrets, and obviously he didn't really get any information with the Reaper, and this stings a little bit if you're Terran. You do not want to be in the dark this much. Like, we see everything, and we know there's not that much to worry about yet, other than a very quick Robo Bay. But as a Terran right now, there's so many thoughts racing through your mind. You know, did he proxy? Oh my god, these Widow Mines, at least they were able to unload.
Ooh, really nothing out of this. A very good denial there by Hero, unfortunately for Shy. One thing I want to point out is he got 2 eBays quite a while ago. Hasn't been upgraded. Okay, he just starts the +1 attack. I wonder if the 2 eBay was a mistake.
Yeah, I don't think you get them this quickly normally.
Yeah, that seemed a little bit weird, but
I think Hero is just going to go for a very simple, very straight up, you know, 2 base Colossus, Blink Stalker attack over here. You know, maybe with a third base behind it, but he's going to put on so much pressure that he could pretty much win with it. Another Widow Mine gets taken out in the middle of the map. Man, Hero has killed 3 Widow Mines in this game, has lost 1 worker.
Well,
by the time I kill my first mine, I've lost 12, Artos.
Seriously. But, you know, if Shy has Maru level play, then I guess he can probably lose about 14 more Widow Mines doing nothing and take him out.
Oh my god, there's another medevac flying on the south side of the map. Hero has spider senses so far. He came to play today. This is gross, man. If you're Shy right now, this is starting to get very annoying because it just feels you cannot do any right in this game. Hero has been literally everywhere.
Literally. Every spot on the map at once. A god, Rotterdam. But, yeah, I mean, his defense is perfect. He's taking his 3rd base right now. We have 4 Raxes being added on for Shy right now. He's going to have to get some damage in, you know, at least kill off the 3rd base coming up here because, I mean, you can't start your 3rd CC after their 3rd Nexus and not do any damage to him. That would just be terrible. No way you're going to beat Hero like that.
Look at this cute little Widow Mine wiggling his way behind this assimilated photon. Overshot's going to go down. Observer comes up as well, so just a single probe as well for this one. Well, at least he didn't lose the medevac this time. That's something. But, I mean, look at all this game. This has been a great game for Hero so far. If you're a Protoss and you've taken... Oh, this mine I like a lot. Imagine if Hero transfers 12 workers.
Oh, man, that would be just killer. And I don't know if he actually notices it's there. I think he's being a little bit sneaky with these Widow Mines.
So far, Shy is showing us cool play, but it's just not been his game. And these 2 Colossus, they represent a very, very serious threat.
Certainly. No way that he's going to die anytime soon here, but Shy continues to try to get in some sort of harassment, making a lot of Widow Mines this game. 4 more in this, like, already damaged medevac.
I do like that. I do like the 4 Widow Mine drop, because the single photon overcharge is not going to keep you safe. I think he used F2 or something, because he repositioned the medevac on the north side of the map. Now it's going to go into the main base again. Shy's going to lose a couple forces here, but I do think we should take a look at that medevac in the main base. Photon overcharge went down immediately. No, don't unload them like that. Oh god, this is not the way you want to drop 4 mines. Okay, there you go. Okay. Jackpot.
All right, pretty good one there. Unfortunately, that one does go ahead and die.
The one over here killed 2.
Yeah,
that's something.
All right, I mean, it's not too bad. Kind of annoying there for Hero, and definitely that was one, like you were saying, that could have gotten a lot if he transfers his probes all clumped.
Man, that was a little bit fortunate. I think Shy seems to be a little bit nervous, because normally a Terran of his level wouldn't unload 4 mines like that. And I guess he just mistimed his boost a tiny bit. But hey, finally he got something that he could work with. Hero, of course, is starting to get a little bit annoyed now. He's like, man, I shot you down so many times. You just keep on trying. I'm actually just going to attack you. I think the best thing for Hero is don't turn around. You don't want to turn around for those 2 medevacs, because this army of Hero is way stronger than anything Shy has out on the map right now.
Shy's army is like nothing. He has almost no units right now, really. Like 9 Marauders, 7 Marines, 2 medevacs.
Yeah, and the 2 medevacs are on the other side of the map as well.
Yeah.
Bunkers are great, but not when there are 3 Colossus and a bunch of Blink Stalkers wailing away at it. This double drop in the main base, yes, it's going to do a lot of damage, but I think this army of Hero on the other side of the map is never going to die. Where's the money support?
Like this.
Yeah, he has a recall as well, if you would like that. He could recall half the army.
I think you just basically kill stuff and then recall to your natural. It's like, let him have the main, it doesn't matter. Like, this is a game-winning move right now from Hero.
Yep, he is going to end up losing at least 1 Nexus, but he has taken out 2 orbital commands in return, taking out a ridiculous amount of SCVs as well, losing a lot of probes. But, you know, the main story is there are still 3 Colossus on the map, and there's absolutely 0 Vikings out on the map. So it's 2 bases for 1. Great trade for Hero.
Very, very well done indeed. Hero continues to keep that supply lead. Not a lot of units out still here for Shy. That army of Hero just absolutely never going to die.
Yeah, and now he's basically a one-base orbital, or one-base Terran, and he's going to try to rebuild one of his CCs, but there is no answer to these 4 big boys that shoot a lot of lasers at this poor Terran army. Really good game from Hero so far. Shy got a little bit unfortunate early on. You try to make some plays, and it's all right if your first drop doesn't do any damage, but when you lose 2.5 or 3 medevacs, and you lose 5 mines, and you kill 2 workers, well, then you're in a lot of trouble.
You know, I gotta say, Hero really on point right now, Rotterdam. Really good choice in build orders, I think. Great execution. He had perfect map awareness the entire game. Hero really did come to play, and like you guys were saying at the desk, this is kind of his tournament. He's looking for win number 400.
Pretty much flawless game 1 over here by Hero. There was just this 1 mine, but by then Hero was so far ahead that, we're just going to forget about that 1 mine killing 10 workers. He's still losing a lot of workers on the other side of the map. Could Shy force a draw? Now, how many probes do we have? We have 10 workers, and actually they're being transferred to the other side of the map. So for a second I was like, maybe Shy can squeeze out a draw scenario over here, but there are 10 probes running to the other side of the map, and Hero has money for a Nexus.
I like that he's trying to do that. I think that, like, as a Terran player, you should go for things like this when you're way behind, because
don't tell these nerds on ladder to do this, Dan. Now I have to deal with this every single ladder game.
No, I mean, every now and then, the Protoss, he warps another round of Soccer, says like, not enough money for a Nexus, it's a draw.
And I love that as well. Shy sees that he had enough money for a Nexus, and he will tap out immediately. GG is called. Hero wins game number 1 on Terraform. And like you said, absolutely looked on point.
Yeah, very, very strong player. I was saying I think Shy will take a game. I think it's still definitely very likely, or very possible, but the way that Hero played that game, if he keeps up with that type of sense of the game, of where everything is, catches all these drops, I mean, if you can't kill at least a few probes with 2-3 medevacs, you're in a lot of trouble, man.
I wouldn't have played that map any better if I had Fog of War turned off, and that says a lot about you.
Yeah.
We're going to head over to a very small break, and after that, we'll be back with game number 2 that is going to be played on Coda.
Hey guys, welcome back to Intel Extreme Masters Shenzhen. We are on the final day in the round of 8. Of course, we can't stream all the matches here. We just don't have enough time. So you definitely can check out Face Trade TV for the other stream. The other match that's going on right now is Classic Lucera. So that's a fantastic one as well.
I think they're still in game number 1 on Coda, but I'm not 100% sure. But definitely check that out, because that is a phenomenal series as well. Hard to say who's going to win that one. We didn't really touch on it.
That's true. We didn't talk about. I mean, I think you have to go with Classic. He's just been way more solid recently than Lucera, but Lucera definitely a player that knows how to win on stage.
Yeah, I guess actually you see Lucera take that series. I'm not sure why. I have a hunch. I have a feeling.
I see.
And I must say, most of my feelings have been pretty spot on this tournament.
You are really in tune with nature, I must say.
That's why I'm like this guy who sits at night on a skyscraper in Shenzhen and thinks about this tournament, and then I get feelings from above.
Indeed.
Should get a picture of that.
Let's talk about this game. Then I'll hear about your feelings on who's going to take it down. Here in the bottom right, our Protoss player. It is CJ Entis Hero.
And on the left top side of Coda, we're looking at the base of our blue Terran player representing Invictus Gaming. It is Shy. Every single time I say Shy, I think back of my days when I was an ambitious nerd.
Yeah.
And I once traveled to Russia to play in a Warcraft 3 tournament, and I got in a group with Infi, a very strong Chinese human, I won't say Terran, but humans back then. And there was a Korean Night Elf player as well called Shy. And he was very good.
There was actually a StarCraft player named Shy.
Oh, really?
As well. And he changed his name to SOS, I believe.
Okay.
I'm 99% sure.
I didn't know that.
I don't really keep trivia in my brain like this much, but
what?
Yeah.
What's going on?
CC first with the scout.
I got really hyped.
Yeah, but it's a double gas immediately coming up for Hero. So he's already in a position where he might be able to punish this very well with the quick Oracle.
But he doesn't have a probot on the map yet, so it's not going to be like one of those absolutely ridiculously quick, furious oracles, because if that would have been the case, he would have already sent out a probe, most likely. It's going to be very nice for Shy that he's going to spot this. I think he's going to be a little bit sad that he dropped his CC on the logo. He's going to eBay block him.
Huh. Well, it looks like I mean, I don't think you eBay block when you went CC first.
Oh, I think you should always eBay block.
You think? Oh, I think it's a fantastic move. Like, In Control and I had a long talk about how Terrans are dumb for not eBay blocking every game.
Yeah, we spoke about this in the Home Cup as well. I get so... Okay, there we go. My man.
All right.
This is so good. Like, this is just what you do. Do you know how frustrating this is? Look, the Cybercore is almost done. Now he starts the Zealot. He doesn't even want to make this Zealot.
I am a Protoss player as well, Roddy. I do know how... This is why I always have my Zealot started. The thing is, when you go to gas, sometimes that doesn't fit into your build order. But I always start, then cancel my Zealot because of this.
But, you know, this is such a great little investment. He still has the SCV alive. Now he has Vision over there as well. He knows that Nexus is not done yet. He knows that he's going to be ahead economically. He also knows that he forced Hero to do something that Hero didn't necessarily want to do. Okay, so the Stalker is on the way, and that's, I wouldn't say a super quick Stalker, but Shy, get a bunker. Like, in scenarios like this, as a Terran, you don't want to be stubborn, just get a bunker. Wow, is he doing this of 1 Rex, by the way? He went CC first, 1 Rex?
Yeah.
What a guy!
It's what a guy indeed. I love that he's teching up very quickly here. You know, I think what he's doing is, if you go into the multiple racks, like, maybe that can be safer, but I don't think you're supposed to. I think you have to take a bunch of edges against Hero and be like, okay, I hope he doesn't kill me early on, and I'm going to be greedy.
I don't mind it, exactly. Like, you know, if I would go up against a player like that, I'm also going to try to cut every single corner I can.
Yeah.
Because it's not like I'm the favorite over here, you know, so you're going to skip out on a couple things, but it's a ridiculously greedy build. Just imagine if an Oracle would have actually been produced in this map.
You would just lose.
He has 3 Marines. It's just 100% game over. There's absolutely nothing he can do. This Mothership Core is not going to be able to do a whole lot, other than the fact that it does get a great scout off. That's always very important. As a Protoss player, you want to know how many Rexes are there, is the factory done or not, and that definitely gives you a lot to work with.
Well, right now we do have the Twilight about to finish up. He's trying to prepare for an Oracle. Of course, a quick Oracle would already been there and killed him, but, you know, he's taken some risks, and it's kind of paid off. But will he be able to stop a Hero Blink Stalker attack?
Yeah, and obviously it's the question is as well, how crazy does Hero want to go with this? Because there is a chance that he will just make a couple of Blink Stalkers for map control. He's going to wipe in the robotics facility as well, so he will get a couple of observers. So maybe he won't necessarily commit to it, but he is getting a pilot on the north side of the map. This is kind of the way that Parting played against Kalazua yesterday. It's like, yeah, I can defend, but above all, I can attack, and you're going to have very, very few units. And, you know, just 6 Blink Stalkers in your main base when you're working off 1 barracks, well, what are you going to do as a current player?
Not a whole lot, really. We'll see what he can do against it. Of course, Blink only about halfway done.
He's wiping in 3 more Stalkers. At least he has that bunker. I'm so happy that he does have that bunker, but I'm still very worried. Oh my god, he's dropping another CC. And I think the moment that Hero is going to spot this, and he will, Stalkers are going to see this.
Yeah.
The moment that Hero is going to see this, he's just going to be like, well, you know, let's just make 3 more Stalkers, blink past this bunker, and like, I know Terran is a crazy race, but there's no way you have any units to defend. I'm very worried right now for Shy. Oh god, I'm so worried for him.
Yeah, it really is rough. He's being like another level of greed.
Yeah, this is
if
insane.
Hero went for like the build he did last game, he'd be totally fine and in good shape.
He's gonna blink
absolutely
Bass.
Not the case.
He'll just blink Bass and run to the main base.
Yep. Ouch. There's not a lot to do here, man. This is really, really rough. His Widow Mines have to do a lot of work on the other side of the map if he's to win this.
Yeah, there's no DPS in this little Terran army. Like, SCVs are great in soaking up damage if you have other stuff actually dealing damage. At least these Widow Mines in the main base will do. Oh my god, he killed 6-7 works over there. I mean, Hero's down to 16 probes. He's super all in, but it doesn't matter if you're super all in if you're winning the game.
Yeah, absolutely. He should be able to just finish from here.
It's 12 Blink Stalkers. He has an Observer as well. The Observer is out of position. This mine is going to shoot. Gets a reasonable hit, but yeah. There's no other way I can spin this. I'm just not sure what Shy can do, if he can do anything. He has no units that do any damage.
He's got 16 SCVs left in like a couple Widow Mines around the map. There's really nothing left here for him, unfortunately. You know, he took a risk. I think it was an okay risk, to be honest, because, you know, he might look at it and say, you know, maybe Hero's going to only play safe against me. Like just Robo, you know, into Colossus, into Blink, that type of thing. And if he had done that same build, again, Shy's actually in the lead with this build order, but...
No, I do like the you know, throwing in a triple CC once in a best of 5. I absolutely love that, and I think it's very underrated, because there are phases in the game, like Protoss, a lot of people think Protoss can scout all the time because of the Mothership Core, because of hallucinated sentries, but there are moments where you keep your Observer at home, where you don't have a sentry, where your Mothership Core is at home, and then suddenly you're like, hey, why am I not being attacked? And then you see, like, oh my god, he had triple CC all along. So I think it's very smart to throw it in once in a best of 5, but maybe Coda is not the map for it though, because Coda is one of these maps where Protoss players love to defend against the first drop and counterattack.
Yeah, well, you know, it's I'm glad to see him taking these types of risks, but
this was insane though.
He needs to do something here on Iron. Hey, Iron Fortress, this is a good map for him to pick up a win on, absolutely.
Yeah, it's a great map for drops. Like, this is a great map for bio drops. It's not the type of map where if Protoss has 1 or 2 observers, they will see everything. You're going to need multiple observers on patrol. Maybe the Terran can deny some of the Protoss vision. So I think it's just the most important thing here for Shy is that he actually makes it into the normal phase in the game. And when I say normal phase in the game, I mean, let's say you have 2 to 4 medevacts with stimmed bio. Like, that is a normal phase of TVP. And would be really nice if he could make it to that phase in the game without being behind.
Yeah.
Because the previous 2 games, you know, he's never been there.
Yeah, that's definitely the case.
What a cute mouse. It's like...
is that a Zowie Miko?
I don't know, but it's like one of those little animals. How do you call them? Those little bugs?
Ladybug.
A ladybug!
Yeah.
You know how we call them in Dutch?
What?
Een lieve heersbeestje.
What does that mean?
Well, it's not really a ladybug. It means like a lovely little animal.
Really?
And then hears is something else. I don't know. It's kind of difficult to translate. But it's like basically like a lovely little creature.
Oh. You should change your ID to that.
Well,
Sartosis and Ladybug here, guys. We're going to be casting this next game.
I could dig it. And I just get like 2 little, you know, dots on my face. A little red mask with 2 dots.
It's cosplay convention here, so.
I think I could rock it, ID McTosis.
You could rock anything, literally.
Well, I disagree with that. I've seen myself in some of the outfits. It's really fun when you're in esports for a long time. There are a lot of pictures of yourself that you're not really aware of on the internet.
Yeah.
And then every now and then people put together a collage and you're like, why didn't anybody warn me about my hair back then? Like, you know, who let me out of the door, man? Come on, guys. Where are my friends?
Man, one of my favorite things to do, actually, is to go ahead and go to Google Images and just type in Todd and look at all the old pictures of him. It is just so fun.
Todd, I mean, Todd didn't change all that much. He got a little angrier over the years. Other than that, he's always had the same face. I love Johan. He's been around for decades, man.
For decades, yeah, that's true. He's in his 20s. He's literally been around for decades.
Good old Todd. I'm sure he's watching. He has so much passion. Unless there's a Heroes match on. Just kidding, Todd. Love you. All right, we have a minor technical difficulty over here, but it won't take very long, and then we can just hop into game number 3 on Iron Fortress. Shy has his work cut out for him. Look at that mouse. Look at that mouse.
It's a sweet little creature, that mouse.
Yeah. I love how
it looks like...
it's actually really like a ladybug.
Yeah, it's like a ladybug print on the mouse.
That's great.
It's not just like a red with black polka dots print. It's like specifically ladybug.
I mean, I can't blame him for using that mouse. Actually, I recently ordered one of those. I've been experimenting.
A Zowie Miko?
Yeah.
It's like the best mouse. It is, in my opinion, it is the best mouse for StarCraft 2.
Yeah, I've been like, I have one of these days where I just feel like I cannot play StarCraft, and then I blame my mouse. It's like, it's the mouse! and then I go on the interwebs, which mouse should I order next? You know, like, I know I'm better than this.
I love that. I love someone willing to admit it. It can freshen the mind, man.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like we are going into our next map on Iron Fortress. Up here in the top left, leading 2-0. It is Sejantis Hero.
Just cruising through another Intel Extreme Masters like it's another day at the job. Of course, he's already won 3. 1 in North America, 1 in South America. And he's looking for his 2nd IEM title in Asia. But did you know... Well, we can talk about that later. Over here on the left bottom side of Iron Fortress, we're looking at a Terran from Invictus Gaming. It is Shy. Definitely has his work cut out for him.
Good map to take the first game on, though.
It's been almost 4 years since a non-Korean won the Intel Extreme Masters.
Almost 4 years.
It was in China, though, the last time.
Oh, Hydra was the last one?
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Good old Greg. What a legend.
Indeed he was. Indeed, he still remains. Very good Heroes player.
Really?
Yeah, he's a Heroes Pro now.
I know he is, but I'm not sure if he's very good. I've heard the mixed rumors.
Well, everyone and their brother wants to call Idra bad, but
Okay. I
someone
have
with
no
that
idea.
much skill at StarCraft, could he ever be bad at anything?
I have no idea.
Truly?
No, I
like
don't
this is actually a fact, guys. If you get really good at StarCraft, it means you're just like a really smart person that can be good at anything. StarCraft skill translates to basically everything in the world.
Basically everything.
Yeah. No,
You can design the
Rodney,
next...
you could do anything, man.
I could design the next skyscraper for
You
Shenzhen.
absolutely could. If that's what you wanted to do, the amount of dedication it takes to become good at StarCraft, it shows something in you that not everyone has. You could build a skyscraper. You could be an astronaut.
Those are...
Apollo could manage a Walmart.
He has no idea what we're talking about.
He doesn't have his headset on.
No. Aw, good old Shawnee. It's another CC first on the low ground for Shy. This time he is going to follow it up with 2 Rexes though, and that is a little more common.
Yeah.
I do like this a little bit more. Like the last game, you know, if you're playing Cactus Valley, a 4-player map, maybe, you know, the pros gets unlucky with the scouting and then you can sort of sneak that in, but I think going for CC first on the low ground, followed up by 1 Rex factory, starport into another CC on Coda out of all maps, like that's a little ambitious.
Certainly. But you know what? If Hero had done a different build, he'd look like a genius right now. He'd be like, whoa, Shy is killing him. It's so good.
3 CC, 3 Rexes even.
Indeed.
I don't mind some 3 Rex aggression.
Yeah. Look, this is actually, this is my opinion about TVP. If you're the lesser player as the Terran against like one of these real Titans like Rain or Hero that just is so good at defense, I don't like the tech builds. They deal with the tech builds from like Maru and don't take damage. You're not going to do damage with the Widowmine drop. Sorry, bro. You're not going to do it. I think what you should do is make a hell of a lot of units and try to catch them out of position.
Yeah, I think actually that's, I think you make a very valid point over there. I notice that on ladder every now and then. I feel like I'm really starting to get good against the Widowmine drops. You know, you do well in your own respective league, and then like suddenly you play, you know, one of the Go Fours, or you play in a WCS qualifier, and you're like, oh, cool, I'm playing against, you know, like top 8 Grandmaster League Terran. Like, well, I'm pretty good in dealing with Widowmine drops, right?
Yeah.
Well, no, get out of my game. You know, it's like just 3 mines just blowing up everything. So I kind of like this, and there is a good chance that maybe Hero's going to play very greedy. Maybe it's 1 gate Twilight into a Robo.
Yeah.
Most likely he will drop 2 more gateways. One other reason why I like a 3 Rex, an Iron Fortress, is because of the unique design in the natural. There is no ramp.
Yeah.
So it's a lot harder to force field out 3 Rex aggression.
Certainly
It's
the
just
case.
straight up.
I'd love to see him just walk over with a bunch of units, because sometimes, you know, Protoss just has in their mind that there's a Widowmine coming, and then they're a little bit out of position, and bam, you get a lot of damage done, kill a sentry, kill the mothership core, a few probes.
I'm a little bit sad over here for Shai. That, he was a little bit worried that there was an Oracle or something heading to his main base, and he didn't want to be caught out of position, but
if he just had 2 Marines there?
Yeah, exactly. Just 1 or 2 Marines, that's all you need. You didn't need 9 Marines to protect against an Oracle. Even when the Oracle is from Hero, you don't need 9.
Yeah, if he just left 2 down to block that scout, he'd be in a way better spot, but he's not dead or anything.
He's still doing this. He's still dropping the Robo. If I was Hero, I'd be a tiny bit worried.
Yeah.
Because Blink is not very strong against straight up 3 Racks. You know, I do this all the time, and sometimes you get away with it, and sometimes you just, you know, like if you lose 1 Stalker, it just feels like, you know, it's like a domino effect. All of them will fall. Like Shai will most likely force out a very early Photon Overcharge, wait till it expires, and then he's gonna hop in again. Stim is a little bit later. I felt he could have had much quicker Stim with this build, but he went for concussive shells first, which will give him a Stalker crew. No.
But yeah, I mean, you're quite right about this. On only 1 gateway, this could be a little bit tough. He might want to chrono out an Immortal.
Photon Overcharge probably immediately.
Yeah, it's already been off before he even enters. But Shai knows to just wait this out.
Oh, look at that Stalker. Ah, man. That Stalker on the north side. He should have died. If that was my Stalker, he would have been so dead. Ooh. More and more Terrans are starting to be quite fond of this. I saw the Muslim stream the other day, and he was also trying to experiment a little bit with hidden CCs on Iron Fortress. And, you know, I think it's quite alright, because it's very unlikely that you scout this. There are already missile turrets up, by the way. I believe there is a missile turret in both mineral lines. There's one there, one there. That doesn't mean that DT drop, is going to suck, because if you drop them in the main base, they start working on add-ons. It's still very frustrating for a Terran, but it's very nice to have at least, you know, that safety ground to fall back on. It's like, okay, I got detection here. I can actually kill DTs all the time.
Yeah, and it seems like he is kind of going into that that mid-game area, and I don't think he's going to be behind. to be honest. We'll see what the DT drop can get done, though. This is starting to poke in the front here a little bit. He's got to be careful there. And just dealing a little bit of damage before blinking away.
Heroes, of course, just distracting him over here while that Warp Prism is heading towards the main base, and it's going to unload a couple of those DTs real soon. And 3 DTs, like, they can actually kill that missile turret in basically one swipe as well. And things will get very dicey. This is the moment where Shy should realize, like, hey, if you're serious about this, I should have way more trouble dealing with this because you're a freaking CGN's hero. So something else is going on. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a supply depot on the north side.
He did it before the Dark Shrine. Oops.
Nice to know that Hero is a human being too.
Yeah, it is. It's nice to be reminded of this every now and then.
Okay, that factory is going to spot it, I think. Well, he probably can land it. No, he can't. All right, man, these Dark Templars going to do some serious work. Shy, when are you going to spot this? Right now, is he going to be able to repair it? No, there's too much DPS.
No, certainly, and starting to lose some SCVs. He's got to pull those away. Stalker's going to go ahead and hit the front once again, it looks like.
Let's try to scan, please, buddy. Oh, man, this is so frustrating already. He needs to build a turret right here, right now, immediately. Even before you scan, you already need to start your turret. Okay, he's at least doing a very good job of making sure he doesn't lose the bunker, but these Dark Templars, like I said, even when you have 2 missile turrets in your middle line, that's nice, but it doesn't mean that DTs are not going to be extremely infuriating to deal with.
Yeah, this DT behind the mineral line is going to deal so much damage. It's going back into that mineral line now, and the SCV deaths are just racking up. He doesn't have another scan.
Maybe soon from his hidden base. No, he doesn't. There's no energy on that one.
There we go.
All right, at least that Mr. is going to finish up again. Hero, of course, is already quite satisfied with the amount of workers that he's killed. We're looking at 12, 13, 14. Oh, man, Hero's making this all look so easy. Now he has to be a little bit careful. This is the moment where I kind of like to see Shy just take some map control. I know you're probably still worried about that Dark Shrine, but no, you don't want to make this like Hero's playground all the way.
No, totally. He should be moving out on the map very, very soon now. This is one of the only times where his army actually would win in a straight-up fight, because as these Colossus increment out, as this 1-1 finishes and Thermalance gets up, it's going to be a lot harder. But right now, he might be able to pick up a few unit kills, maybe put some pressure on that third.
Okay, come on, Sim forward. Your army is a lot stronger. He has a couple of units in the main base. He could pick up these units and just like fly north, and then he could actually unload them under the Warp Prism. We know it's there. He doesn't know it's there, but if he tries, then he will see it regardless. Oh, God.
Yeah, looks like Hero wants to do another drop. He could mess up with this if he's looking at his Blink Stalkers at the same time. Oh, very nice move there by Shy. That is a big pickup.
Massive. That's 600 minerals, and above all, he doesn't have to worry about that Warp Prism anymore.
Yeah.
Come on, Shy. This is that moment where you want to move out a little bit. I know you got that hidden orbital, and that's great. He's actually outmining Hero a tiny bit, but we all know Hero is so freaking good. He's on double forge. He's going up to Colossus. You know, you don't want to play against Hero, double forge, Colossus, and eventually Storm as well.
Yeah, you know, he's got to get out here. He's going to be behind an upgrade soon as well, so he is starting to spin and push out. Very nicely done, and we'll see what he can actually get done with this, though. Right now, we already have 2 Colossus out, and that Thermalance is going to be done pretty darn soon.
But Iron Fortress is a map where Colossus can be a little bit derpy, and there's a lot of surface area to cover. That's why Heroes spread pylons all over the place. But, you know, you want to start off with just sniping these pylons, and then eventually, you know, you set yourself up for a very successful drop. I really like this, what he did over there. He's like, hey, here's my SCV. I really want to go up to 3 bases too, you know? Like, he sold the story there, and I like that.
That's totally the voice he would do it in, too.
Yeah, that's what he said to Hero. And Hero is like, I see you want to go.
He's like, wow, that's a late third base. What are you doing?
I'm so far ahead right now. Number 4, baby.
Well, right now we do have that 2-2. It's going to be finishing up very quickly here. We do have Shy getting ready for more upgrades as well, adding a second starport.
Yeah, he needs a couple Vikings real quick. Hero's probably like, well, you know, this game is going pretty okay for me too. I'm going to test the waters over here with my Colossus, and if you have no Vikings, man, Hero, how many Stalkers did he lose this game? I felt he almost lost like absolutely nothing. Like, he's been so good with his Stalker control.
Well, this is a lot of units. It looks like Hero really wants to get his damage in right now. That +2 attack finishing just as he starts this.
Yeah, and like there's just nothing out on the map for Shy, so you know there's nothing for Hero to worry. He can just do this for days. If these Colossus fall, like Hero is obviously a little bit overconfident. He doesn't know about his hidden base. If he would know, he'd probably play this out a little bit more safe. But still, though, he's so good in keeping those Colossus alive. They are just not taking any damage at all.
Fantastic play here from Hero once again, despite a hidden base that was never found, and you know. I don't know what to say, man. Hero is on fire today.
So good.
GG. And a quick 3-0.